just injury report wise, we held Tyler Petit just out for a sore shoulder. Chuma worked today, but he's got a little bit of a sore knee, and everybody else is kind of status quo, as I mentioned yesterday. So with that, I'll take any questions that you got.
Cam Smith going to be able to play Saturday? It seems like he's not doing very
No, we actually drained his knee. He's had some fluid on the knee. We drained his knee and put Monovist and PRP injection in it, as well as trying to get his hamstring right. So it does not look favorable for this week. Hopefully trying to get him back for next.
When were those procedures?
Huh?
When was the knee drained?
It was actually drained, I want to say yesterday. It was drained yesterday and took fluid out, and then PRP injection and a Monovist injection. And so usually when you do that, it's really sore the next day. And so we'll let him get over that and get him healthy. A healthy Cam's a good thing. And thank goodness we got EA and Ruben playing good ball right now.
Same knee get surgery on?
Yeah.
What's the recovery timeline for that thing?
Usually with I think everybody heals differently, but they were saying somewhere in 3 to 4 week range.
JT, his completion percentage has been fairly low, relatively low, in the 50s. What do you attribute that to?
I think a little bit it's been game to game, really. That he's had some good games where the percentage has been high, and then last game obviously was a little bit lower. Some have just been some has been good DB play, some has been an inaccurate throw. Sometimes just wasn't a hookup. But he's a kid that I really appreciate how hard he works at studying the game. And I think as he gets more and more comfortable here with the system, those percentages will go up. It's just a lot of it is just putting a true freshman out there and letting them grow.
Him and Amon-Ra were connecting a lot early in the year, and in the last game they were trying to and they weren't able to.
Yeah.
Are people taking that away?
We didn't hook up. I thought Amon-Ra did a nice job on third down. We just didn't hook up in that game. That's going to happen from time to time, especially when they're heating you up like they were. But I know the next time out, JT, they hook up pretty often. That's an off occasion, to be honest with you.
Arizona State's played a bunch of one-possession games this year under Herm.
Yeah.
Does that change how you approach things, knowing that they want to get it to the fourth quarter and take their chances from there?
Yeah, I said yesterday, don't believe the record. Because when you look at their performance at Washington and at Colorado, I thought it was ultra impressive. I mean, those were fourth quarter battles, and then even last week at Stanford, I mean, they're sitting there on the, I think it was the 20-yard line with 12 seconds left to go in to tie the football game, and ran out of time. I think they're doing a great job defensively of holding the points down. They're 21 points a game that they're giving up, and that's keeping their offense in the games and keeping close games. This is obviously, like I said yesterday, this is an ultra important game to our season to be able to keep pace with Utah and Colorado. So we have to. It's kind of a whatever it takes game, to be able to get this done versus a good team.
How's JT come along in the protocol?
He's still in it. He's still in it. They advise me each day. They'll say yay or nay as far as practice. Obviously, he didn't practice today, so we'll go into tomorrow and see where it's at. But he has not passed the protocol yet.
Is there a deadline for when he would need to pass it by to play?
If we get to Friday and it's not happening, then I'll go ahead and say Jackson will be the starter. I'll get some information for you tomorrow to see where it's at. But currently, right now, he's still under protocol.
You mentioned like every morning you get like a review with him.
Yeah,
this morning.
Yeah, so I go through every player at 8:15 with our medical staff, our trainers, our strength and conditioning coach, and we go through every injury of guys that not only are day to day or need to be watched during practice, but also those guys that are out for the season to see how they're doing. So that's a daily process, so everybody's on the same page. And so I get that information at 8:15 and then meet with the staff as far as preparing the organization for a practice day.
Did he pass his test, from yesterday to today?
He's in the same category.
Oh, okay.
He's in the same category right
Okay.
now. So we've got to get through this phase, and then you can move on to the next.
Sure.
All right.
Caleb Tremblay hasn't been practicing.
Yeah, Caleb's got tendonitis of the knee, and it's something that's been really sore on him. It's right above the knee and kind of the hand, kind of the thigh, and it's something that is a multiple week thing. So, we're actually depending on what happens. He's got a couple games left he could play, but he was a 3 for 2 coming out, so he would be one of those guys that could get 4 games and still redshirt. We have guys on our team like that we're looking at that are in that 2-3 games that they played that can help us in the month of November, but being able to still save a year and be able to come back. So Caleb's one of those guys that we'll be monitoring once he gets healthy.
Though not practicing, is JT able to work on anything, any kind of fundamentals or anything you
No,
want
when
to
you're
look
going
at?
through the protocols, just like today. I mean, he would love to come out here and throw balls and things like that.
Yeah.
But it's a really stringent, and you never want to put a kid at risk ever. So I do exactly what the doctors say, and when they say, hey, he's not practicing, then we don't practice. And when he hits that next phase and can start moving around without contact, then we'll start doing that. All righty. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.